We are back here with Colston Loveland joining us on
Let's go, baby.
On behalf of Charmin Soft. Look at this. That is a roll of Charmin.
Big roll for the big game.
Shout out Charmin, man. It's a big roll. You need the biggest roll for the biggest game coming up, obviously. Any draft or any party you're having, Super Bowl party, this will fulfill your needs for sure.
Well, it's like opposites attract, right? I mean, you're like the toughest dude on the team, and you're bringing ultra soft to the set.
Yeah, don't get it twisted. This has nothing to do with the game being soft on the field, but no, I mean, this is great. I mean, it comes with the stand. I mean, it lasts up to a month for a household of 2, so pretty much everything you need right here.
What's this been like for you, man? I mean, it's got to be a whirlwind in the last year from being drafted in the NFL, fulfilling your dreams, and then less than a year later, you're in the playoffs. Now you're here, Super Bowl Radio Row. Like, I mean, what a year for you, man.
Yeah,
congratulations.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Yeah. It's been a blessing, man. Being able to, the Bears take a chance on me and being able to end up having a decent year. Obviously, didn't get where we needed to be, but have a good year. And then, like you said, now to be here, to be around a bunch of people that love football, wouldn't rather be anywhere else. So it's definitely a blessing. And I won't take it for granted.
But let's rewind a little bit. What was your first interaction with Ben Johnson in the pre-draft process?
Let's see. I don't think I met with him at the combine, but pro day, him, Poles, the whole staff that came, and then I had a formal meeting with him. It was a long meeting. It was a tough meeting, getting on the board.
Did he grill you on
some
of those details?
It was. I walked out of that thinking I killed it too. I'm like, okay, I did a good job here. But I was like, okay, they definitely have some interest. They brought everyone here to pro day. I wasn't doing anything at pro day, just an interview. But I knew. I think there was one thing I was on the board saying, or maybe Coach Johnson asked, he's like, who do you compare your game to or whatever? I said, I think I play a lot like Sam Laporta. He's like, yeah, I agree. All right, we'll see.
Ding.
So how do you think it went from the beginning of the year to the end of the year where you were basically getting the ball on nearly every down? Like you really became the go-to guy. How, like from your side of it, how do you think you kind of like, hey, look for 84 out there?
Third in Loveland.
Yeah, man. I always, I got family hitting me up early in the year like, man, you're wide open. What's going on? But for me, it's always been trust the process. It'll come when it comes, and when I get that opportunity, I need to make the most of it. And, the breakout game was against the Bengals.
Yep.
And then just building the trust with the teammates and the coaches. That was my main goal, like build that trust, and just wait for that opportunity and then hop on it, and which I did a decent job of, I'd say, and ended up the year being all right. So
going back to that Bengals game, one of my favorite parts about that play in particular where you broke it loose and first of all, what do you remember about catching that pass and then you basically ran through 2 defenders and all of a sudden it was just green grass? But my favorite part was Ben Johnson, he's pretty stoic and calm throughout the games. That was one of the rare times where he got really fired up in celebrating a touchdown.
No, that's a good point because normally the craziest play happens, he's straight faced. It's like, man, you got no emotion.
He was 25 yards downfield. He was about to be down there in the end zone celebrating.
Serial killer tendencies.
That's the juice he has. Obviously you don't see it during the game. He's super cool, calm, and collected. But you see the post-game speeches. You see how passionate he is, just oozing with passion and confidence. That's a guy that, we'd all run through a brick wall for, and we all love very much.
How much was it running through your head? All right, I've now turned the corner. I cannot get caught here.
Yeah, get in the end
clock.
zone. Yeah. Looking back, we would have had enough time to go down there and spike it. But in my head, I was like, make sure we score. We got a touchdown, a given touchdown right here. Let's take the touchdown. Defense go out there and play for 15 seconds and get a stop. So that was a crazy game.
I was crashing out when that happened.
He was. It was interesting what you said earlier. I'm running free early in the year, but you weren't the guy that they were looking for. So you actually had friends and family text you dude, you're open, and you were just just be patient. It's gonna come.
We got so many ball players, so many studs, so many mouths to feed.
Yeah.
I can't. You can't get upset with Rome's ball and DJ's ball. It's as long as we're winning games.
Well, the thing that stood out to me, and even right away, I know it took you a minute to get into the flow of things, but what stood out to me was your willingness to get into the block game, and not just get into it, but finish blocks. And honestly, that I did not expect that. Everybody's calling you a Sam Laporta prototype. I wasn't expecting you to be pancaking dudes or like just that physicality. And so,
Yep, there you go.
so to me, that was the biggest credit. Like, where did that start for you this year in terms of everybody talking about how tough training camp was, but for you, where did that start for you to like say, all right, passing game, that's where I want to be, but this is how I need to block?
Man, that's like, I don't know where the thing about me not being able to block came from, because like I went to Michigan, obviously, we're blocking in Michigan.
Absolutely.
I did a lot of blocking, but I think when you're excelling in one part, people like to just assume that you're not doing it in the other part.
Well, to be clear, I am not a draft analyst. No. So like when you were coming this way, like this dude's speed, I mean, I'm a Big Ten guy, I'm from the Midwest. But like, it just surprised me just how the physicality was next level, man.
No, yeah, I think that's a huge, like it grew so much with Coach Dre. I mean, he's done it, played, knows exactly what's going on. And then Cole and all those other older dudes, like just seeing how they move, the technique, the footwork, and just, picking their brain about it. Because, we're at a disadvantage. You're blocking 290 guy who's way stronger than you or whatever. So just learning all the little things that'll give us an advantage.
And I noticed, as you started to kind of eat into the snap share a little bit, in some of the 11 personnel, earlier in the season, they would ask Cole to be out on an island against a defensive end sometimes.
Yeah.
As the season went along, they started asking you to do that a little bit too. How did those moments go for you in terms of preparation and how you felt like you did? Because Ben Johnson does ask his tight ends to be in those situations in this offense.
Yeah. I mean, you hit it. Like the tight end in Coach Johnson's offense is asked to do a lot, and there's times you're like, all right, am I built for this? But that's exactly how you want it. You want to be at the point of attack. You want to be on an island if that's what it takes. Yeah, I mean, I think, like I said, the biggest thing was just building the trust. I think they did a good job. Coach Johnson, the coaches have, getting me right and knowing what I could handle when, and not putting too much on my plate or putting more. So I think they did a good job of that. And yeah.
So I don't want to make you uncomfortable, but when we told people you were coming in here today, I had about 8 women be like, "Oh my God, Colston Loveland's coming in." So are you aware of the impact that you're having on?
Yeah.
Congratulations!
Are you seeing these Instagram reels that are showing up on my? Like, I'm a Bears fan, so I get Bears Instagram reels, but some of these don't feel like Bears Instagram reels. Like, I'm seeing these girls go to games that are just going for you, not for Bears games.
It's out of control, man. It's out of control.
Good for you.
You ain't gonna find it, right?
I've been saying my mom ain't too happy about it. I see my mom in the comments like, he's 21. I'm like, come on, Mom.
Well, it was a great year. We appreciate you being here. Big role, big game, Charmin.
Yeah.
And I'll say this much too. Cole's our guy. He's been on our shows for a long time. When you got drafted, it's like, I wonder how it's going to work out between you two. And it sounds like you two have kind of formed a brotherhood. And that's really cool to hear, man.
No, yeah. I got nothing but great things to say. And I think he's one of the best tight ends out there too. Like, everything he does is, I mean, it's a pro. Like, his routine, how he handles everything off the field. I mean, yeah, I'm definitely very appreciative to be in that room, especially with Durham. I mean, the whole room, it's full of studs, and we definitely built that bond for sure.
But who's the better golf player? That's what.
Man, I haven't played with any of them, but I'm gonna say Cole. I've seen him swing, and he's got a nice stick.
Well, hey, part of the bright future of the Chicago Bears right here, Colston Loveland.
No, I appreciate you guys.
Great
Thanks for
year,
having me
man.
on.
Great year.
Thanks, Colston.
All day.